第9届凯达格兰论坛今仔日开始咧举行，英国嘅前首相强生佮接受邀请来伫现场咧演讲，佮针对印太地区嘅安全来进行一场对话。咱即马呢透过连线，做伙来看卖。
What America fears would be a major change in the balance of power in the Asia-Pacific region and in the configuration of the political configuration of the first island chain. Washington is passionately against that. And by the way, we all know that the United States has the ability, the sheer kinetic power, to change the course of any war on the planet. And I know, we know, in my country, that if America did get engaged in some operation, then the chances are that they would ask for assistance from their closest partners, their AUKUS partners, for instance, France too, I have no doubt, Britain, Australia, and others. And you'll have heard the other day what our Defence Secretary, our Labour Defence Secretary, John Healey, said about the natural instinct of Britain to help its friends and allies. Now, I don't think he was talking about any particular scenario or how in particular Britain or any other European country would react. Because the truth is, right now, we don't know how it would look, how it would feel, what the occasion would demand from the Western powers. We're uncertain. And that is the whole point. That is how disasters begin. It is far easier to start a war than to predict how it will go. And you only have to go back 3 years to see how an active war can trigger consequences that are entirely unforeseen and unintended. And there are clear differences between Taiwan and Ukraine. Analogies are not always accurate. But there are some lessons that can certainly be drawn. And when Putin invaded Ukraine in February 2022, he did not expect that by now Russia would have sustained 1 million casualties with 250,000 dead, did he? He didn't bargain for that. He didn't expect that after the colossal expense of Russian blood and treasure, he would still only control about 18% of Ukraine. Slava Ukraini, by the way. Slava Ukraini. He never expected that the Ukrainians would resist so heroically, or that they would receive such steadfast and generous Western support, started, by the way, by President Trump when he gave the Javelin missiles. The war has been appalling for the poor and blameless people of Ukraine. It's been a disaster for the world. It has also been a total catastrophe for Putin. He will go down in history, not as the man who reunited the two most important parts of the former Soviet Union, not as the man who brought Ukraine back under Moscow's control. He will be remembered as the man who, by his arrogance and impatience, created in the hearts of Ukrainians an absolutely inextinguishable national feeling and desire for independence. Putin is not the man who restored Russian pride. He is the man who gambled on violence and lost, and believe me, he is going to lose. And I think in the Trump White House, the scales have now fallen from there.
各位观众朋友，大家好，欢迎收看民视10点台语新闻，我是耿明。来关心中国电动车的大厂比亚迪，俗俗啊，伫全世界伫卖因的轿车，而且呢，连要进口即摆台湾的动作嘛，愈来愈积极。今日《镜周刊》就报讲，7月28日暗，比亚迪车代理商太古汽车宴请立法院的高层，所在就景伫台北市真有名的米其林台菜餐厅山海楼。包括政府院长韩国瑜、江启臣，甲因办公室所有的幕僚，还有立法院总务处长廖炯智，拢有出席。这条产线食3点钟，是毋是哪样会阁甲经济部施压？外界 嘛拢得注意。